second principle, verse 13. But now, in Christ Jesus, you who once were far off have been brought near by the blood of Christ. Now, you got to pay attention to a couple of pieces here. Have been brought near. Passive verb in the Greek. It means you didn't build your own way out of the subterranean context. It's a passive. Somebody else did it for you. It's God. He's the one who rescued you. He's the one who gave you your standing. Now, when he gives you your standing, here's how he gives it to you. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3 through 14, set a series of spiritual blessings that works from election through adoption through redemption on into salvation at large, the forgiveness of sins, to the gift of the Spirit that is a deposit guaranteeing your inheritance in the saints. It flows right down. All of these blessings are said to be in Christ. This phrase, in Christ, happens again and again. In our text, it'll say in Christ. Later it'll say in himself, of himself, by him, in Christ Jesus. You're going to see that phraseology come up again and again. Why? Because that is the central theological idea for Paul in Ephesians. And here's the idea. Jesus is the one who is the great blessed one. Jesus is the one who bears life. Jesus is the one who embodies forgiveness. Jesus is the one who embodies peace. Jesus is the one who is the way, the truth, and the life in his being. Now, what that means is that when I become a Christian, I am now positionally found in Christ. I'm always in his shadow. It's not that I am elect, I am redeemed, I am fill in the blank, independent of Christ. It's that I possess those because I am found within him. It's all him, top to bottom. And that means that the only laurels I rest on have nothing to do with anything in this context that would have made somebody a Jew or a Gentile, somebody that would make somebody black or white, somebody that makes somebody any race whatsoever, any ethnicity whatsoever. There's nothing inherent in that, nothing intrinsic to it, nothing standing out from it that would somehow impact my eternal existence. The only thing I have to cling to is that no matter the color of my skin and the history of my legacy, I'm in Christ. That's it. That's all. So the moment I get to attributing anything outside of Christ, now I'm going to have a problem. It's not even that somehow here I am and over there is the ethnic other who believes in Jesus, and I, white, my ethnic other person of color is over there, and now Jesus stands between us, and it's just beautiful, Brian. Jesus stands between us and brings us together in unity. No. The only unity we have is that we are both found in him. He's not mitigating between us. He's enveloped us into the same life together. That means that to reject a person based upon ethnicity or race is literally to deny Jesus and what he has accomplished. This is what Paul's trying to get the Jew and Gentile to understand, because they got serious problems. Acts 15, they're trying to figure out how to bring it together. Acts 10, it takes a vision to get an apostle to understand that don't call that unclean what I've made clean. Like, there's big hurdles, man, that they got to get through. To understand it, it takes visions from God, because the preaching of the word doesn't seem to work, to get it across to them. How serious this whole thing really is. But now in Christ Jesus, you who once were far off have brought near by the blood of Christ.